What's up guys, it's me, Useless Girl, and I'm back with a Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty critique, or rather my opinion of the DLC and updates. So if you're interested about that, stick around, lean back and enjoy. So let's go to my end notes. As usual by now I end my playthroughs with my thoughts or critique looking at a game from different points. So now that we reached the end of Phantom Liberty, let's do that with this DLC too. And this time I have to do that in a combination of the DLC and the 2.0 and 2.01 updates, because they are very much linked and especially the updates brought huge changes to the game and the gameplay. So let's start with the visuals. The update fixed a lot of things and improved on even more. The most stunning and visible upgrade, of course, was the graphical one. I saw how the game looks now on high-end PCs, but the PS5 is a looker too. I mean, everything looks just so much crisper and detailed. Not to mention that even with the occasional screen tears, the whole game just plays so much smoother. It's crazy. And I didn't tweak anything. Night City never looked this stunning, especially at night. It really shows how the devs wanted to utilize and support next-gen consoles and PCs with this DLC, which was built with that in mind. And after trying the game on my old PS4 while on vacation at my parents', I understand why. The difference between the PS4 and 5 visually and performance-wise was night and day. So even if a part of me feels sorry that Phantom Liberty is not compatible with the last-gen consoles and PCs, I think for the game to look and feel and play this good, it was a sacrifice that was worth it, because once again the game looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just look at that. And it's just on console, so nothing ultra high settings or anything. I cannot do that because that like kills the PS5 as well. But even with looking so amazing and the game coming off much more stable, there still are quite a few glitches in there. Like some soft locks that stop you from finishing side quests, like with Bill's Food Garage, or they randomly stops you from doing anything in the character menu, or at one time that was combined for me with being unable to save, which is annoying as hell, especially if you lose a lot of progress. Luckily, that wasn't the case for me that one time. Otherwise, a lot of things were fixed. The improvement is very noticeable. But it doesn't mean that there are no crashes, because they did happen to me quite a few times. Well, at least it didn't crash my PS5 like the base game did to my PS4 two times, from which one time I could barely restart the poor console. Aside from the random crashes, pop-ins, delayed load-ins, and the soft locks, some of it specific to the DLC, of course, they had improved the glitch situation and the game in itself performed better all in all. Can't really say anything about the ray tracing or whatever it's called function, because like before the 2.0 update, when I tried it, the frame drop and choppiness was too staggering and bad, so I didn't even experiment with it on my console. I switched back right to the default setting, which is performance, I think. But I saw what all the ultra settings can do on a Monster PC, and that's really impressive. Okay, so let's talk about quests, game mechanics, combat, and skills. Well, 2.0 brought a ton of changes down to the core of the game. I won't go into details about those because I mentioned most in the first video of my playthrough, so if you're interested, then check those out. But of course, it deserves a lot of praise. I can stand behind that now after having had the pleasure of getting used to the new or revamped systems. Arguably, doing so during my first playthrough of the main game was the hardest at first, because there were a lot to digest and learn about. The 2.0 update made a lot of things easier and more streamlined, which was a welcome change by me, even if there are some changes that I didn't like. For example, some things in the quick hack wheel, but that's just my personal preference and opinion. All in all, I am pleased with the many quality changes, like the skill tree is much more digestible and logical, the combat feels more satisfying, the character and cyberware and upgrade slash crafting menus are also more logical and easier to use. And the build variation for V is still blowing my mind because I feel like I'm still just scratching the surface. There is still so much to learn and discover. And I think that's the main selling point of the replayability of this game. You can build a V to your heart's content, your preferences. She can be a, or she or he can be a tank or a pure netrunner, and everything in between, or combine things. So it's like crazy. And I think that about the quests, I think that there were exciting main storyline quests, but some didn't feel as grand as in the main game. Like in the main game, the heist and a few more quests were like these epic set pieces. I'm not saying that there were none of those here, because we had like two big quests. One when we had to go to the Black Sapphire, seen on the picture, and that was really cool, but a little bit short for my taste. And since I think it's because this is just quote unquote DLC, it's understandable that these quests weren't as huge, but we had like a few smaller, bigger quests, if you know what I mean. So we had this Black Sapphire infiltration with the party, and then we had the one at the space station, which was like three videos for me. So they were like cool, and they balanced really well, I think, or and were paced very well. Uh, as far as when we look at the whole DLC itself. Also, there were like plenty of side quests and gigs and content, which made me very happy. Um, and I also love the new types of quests and ways of leveling up and getting guns. So big kudos for these changes. I really like them. Then, next, let's talk about the story and the world. At this point, we all know that what an amazing world CDPR had built in this game, so I won't fangirl about that. Let's just say, after all this time, I'm still addicted, and when I just drive around for the sake of exploring and watching the game's world, it's a dead giveaway for me that I'm in love with said world. Also, I have to mention again that the writing in this game is just superb. During the main quest critique, I had mentioned how floored I was when I realized how all the smaller and bigger things were coming together when you have to decide V's and Johnny's fate. I literally just sat there for like 10 minutes talking about that and how hard it was to make that decision, even with knowing the different endings. That's Preem writing there, my chums. Something CDPR was always very good at. And now they gave us an intriguing and great spy story, but for me it was more about the question of trust and how much you are ready to do for survival or sacrifice for survival. I love that just like in the base game, you have different choices to make that will result in different paths and endings to the DLC. And I can't wait to replay Phantom Liberty with my female V and explore those other options too. So yeah, I loved how the new district and story were layered in every meaning. Both grips you and makes you want more, makes you want to spend more time in the game, exploring not just the world, but also the many choices and consequences. That, my chums, is quality world building and writing for you. And here I have to also add the new ending. Um, I think there are probably more variations to the end or to this new ending, let's say. But honestly, I didn't expect for the surgery in my playthrough to work on V, but I'm super happy that we finally have a way to keep him or her alive. Even with the steep price he or she had to pay for that, like losing Johnny and his whole past life and most of his relationships. The 2-year coma was a nice touch to drive it home how much he had sacrificed and lost for survival, but I still think it was worth it because he's alive and can start a new life, can figure things the new him out. So I was very happy with this ending, even with the mixed feelings and stuff. It's probably my personal favorite at the moment now. So yeah, that's about the story and the world. Let's talk about the characters next. V. At this point, it doesn't matter to me whether it's a male or female V. I love them to bits, and they truly became one of my favorite protagonists, or I don't know if I should use plural here, but whatever, when it comes to video games. And with that, enough said about him or her, lol. I'm in love more than ever. And of course, Johnny is Johnny. Love that douchebag. What else can you say about him? Songbird. I loved how layered, crafty, skilled, yet still fallible and troubled she was about her decisions. She is far from perfect, but a very likable character who grows on you, especially starting from that first heart-to-heart talk with V. It was a very nice touch to make her so similar to V as far as the dying and the dire situation she was in went. It made me and we sympathize with her and care for her. She is also a badass, and the more we learned about her, the more we could understand and sympathize with her motives. Even if she betrayed us at the end, which was to be expected, so it didn't come as a shock to me. And it also didn't bother me because, as I said, I could understand why she did it. Solomon Reed. Understandably, he opened up very slowly and very little with him being a spy slash agent, and after everything he had went through in his past. It helped keep his mysterious quality and kept me second guessing his every motive and move and words. But I also liked how layered his character was, because despite being betrayed by his own organization, he's a man of principles and kept serving his country, even if he was very much conflicted about that, because he wanted to also help and care for both Songbird and Alex. I definitely want to see more of him, so with my female V, I will side with him. Also, I think Idris Elba did a good job of at bringing Solomon Reed to life. He was a good choice. Alex. She is likable and a good supporting character, but there's not much else to say about her. But I like that she got a decent background story too, even if I don't know what the hell had happened to her in my playthrough. I mean, I last saw her when she took out Kurt Hansen, and then in the chaos, I don't even know if she survived or died, or if she just disappeared after killing the guy and doing that early retirement thing for her. I don't know what's happened to her. Kurt Hansen, good build. He had a good build up as seemingly the big bad, although I managed to completely sidestep that boss fight with him thanks to my choice of siding with Songbird. I'm curious how the other way will go because I saw glimpses of fighting him, so there's definitely that option as well. Rosalind Myers. What a cold-hearted bitch. Reminds me of Meredith's throat. Enough said, I think. Lol. All in all, I liked the new characters and also was delighted by the reveal of Mr. Hands. The fact that there were so little gigs in Pacifica for him was quite the hint that he would play a bigger role in the DLC, and I'm very happy about that because I like his character a lot. He was a nice added bonus, and there are some theories about him being like this legendary merc from the past because his hair looks the same. I forgot the name of that person because I'm like I know this world only from the games, not the comics, so or whatever's. But you know, if you are a fan, you know what I'm talking about or whom I'm talking about. And maybe that theory is right. I don't know. It was also nice that El Capitan's character got fleshed out a little bit more. I enjoyed his car delivery quests and also the one where I've got this spy car for helping them clap Arasaka medical equipment to help other people. Okay, moving on to the music. It's no secret that I love a lot of songs from the main game soundtrack, and I was very happy to get more tracks, both as official ones and the additional ones on the old and new radio stations. I just love driving around listening to them because they really set the mood. I also love that now Cyberpunk with Phantom Liberty has like a quote unquote James Bond theme as well. That song is really cool, but I'm pissed at it because my first recording of these end notes couldn't be heard because of the singing during that song. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this end note or critique section like this. No music, no anything, just a pretty picture to look at while I'm babbling around. Okay, and the couple of a couple of new songs. What? Sorry, again. And a couple of new songs that I'm sure on purpose sound a lot like a few The Witcher 3 soundtracks, like the one during escaping the stadium with Songbird and the one during the mission on the space station. Those I just adore. I mean, I think that's like a deliberate nod back to the Witcher game soundtrack, I think, with these vocalization things going on uh, in the background or in those songs. It's really like a Witcher soundtrack, especially the Blood and Wine expansion. Anyways, some of the new songs will definitely go on my Cyberpunk 2077 playlist, so good job on the music front. In conclusion, Phantom Liberty is a worthy DLC. In my opinion and memories, it's up there with The Witcher 3's Blood and Wine DLC, but still not reaching the heights of Hearts of Stone, which for me was perfection. The story and new characters of Phantom Liberty were engaging, interesting, and as usual, very well written. The additional hours of gameplay was a delight for me, with the good quests and side quests and also the revamped systems and menus. The only thing that didn't tick the box for me was the pre-order gift on consoles, which as far as I remember was only a car I barely used and later could be both in the game, but correct me if I'm wrong. But all in all, I had a blast, and I'm a bit sad that it's over, but now I will work myself towards the different DLC endings. So yeah, I love Phantom Liberty a lot, which brings us to my last point, the rating. But before that, I wanted to mention a few other things, like the title, Phantom Liberty. In my reading, it's about a fake kind of liberty or freedom, uh, meaning working for the NUSA and also fitting the ending I've got with V, where the relic was removed, but also Johnny and V's nearly whole past life was also removed with that step. And it left V confused and also left a gaping hole where those things and the familiarity of his life used to be. That's uh, that's where hope, uh, the last thing humans lose, kick in my ending, and we see V stand up and start his new life. I loved the different meanings and interpretations of the title because this is what I was like just talking about. It's just one of the many, I think. And also, I've been wondering, I never looked it up, what or why the developers chose V's name to be V. My theory is that it just came to me one day that the choice possibly is a joke of the key combination Control plus V, aka pasting something, in this case the gamer, into V's shoes, and also controlling this character because Control V, you get it? Maybe? Maybe I'm just like brain fart and it came up and it has nothing to do with it, but I like the sound of it, that Control V, and that's why the V got this name. I don't know. It's just like my thoughts. Anyways, by the way, Rogue has Nibbles and the iguana. They can be seen in the background during her call at the end credits in this ending. If you go back, you can see Nibbles stretching on the bar behind Rogue, and the iguana is also there. So Rogue was the mysterious, anonymous buyer of the pets, and I'm happy that she has them because they are looked after. I wonder if I went back to the afterlife, if they are there. But since the new ending ended with V walking away, once the end credit rolled, it if you press on continue, then the game will loop you back uh, just before leaving Vic's clinic when that corporate chick came in and basically kicked us out. And you have the conversation with Misty at the end again, and then the end cutscene plays. So you cannot go back to the main game from there. You have to load a previous save, uh, and basically I went back now to the point of no return, and when I refused to call Reed, Johnny was pleasantly surprised, and out of words, he just like thanked me 2 times after saying what an unexpected fucking turn of events in true Johnny fashion. And that's how I could come back to Ducktown. And I'm gonna wrap up all the remaining quests and like just roam around a little bit, and then I will jump to my female save. Anyways, so I've got sidetracked really, really badly, but so my last point, the rating. As far as DLCs go, I would rate Phantom Liberty a solid 9 out of 10. 9 only because my all-time favorite is Hearts of Stone, and that is still holding the first place for me. So, if you're still here, you are a hero. Thank you for sticking to the end, and I hope you enjoyed this playthrough with me. There might be a few more Cyberpunk videos coming down the line, and I'm pretty sure that after this I will just jump right back in with my female V once I cleared out Ducktown, of course. Because I just can't leave this world behind yet, so because of that I might take a little time off from posting videos, but I will definitely be back with Assassin's Creed Mirage and finishing up not just my Mass Effect trilogy playthrough, but also the Assassin's Creed Origins replaythrough, which I had kind of abandoned not far from its end. I also have other games lined up like Ghost of Tsushima, Mad Max, Far Cry 6, Hogwarts Legacy, and more. So if you're interested, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss those videos in the future. Also, once again, the pictures I took through my playthroughs and more can be found on my Tumblr account. Make sure to check out the links below if you're interested. They are free to use, just don't say you made the pictures because that's always a dick move, lol. Also, I would like to know how you liked Phantom Liberty or Cyberpunk in general now that it has changed so much. Feel free to leave your comments down below. Also, just before I arrived here, I went back to the safe house here in Dogtown, and as I entered the elevator, the real Agulier messaged me. I will read that once I'm finished here. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video too. And now let's see what we can find in Dogtown. And I will read you what the real Agulier, the guy whose identity we took during the wake of Kurt Hansen, had to say to me. Okay, let's check that. Oh no. Not what I wanted to do. He didn't pick up. Okay, but I see you is the thread's title. Perhaps one day we will meet and learn just how well an imitation can rival the original, if at all. How amusing that would be. This, like, made me nearly shit my pants. Because the real Cuban hitman knows we assumed his identity, and I knew it was going to bite me in the butt at one point. And I also mentioned how rad it would be to like really meet with this guy, and well, partially that wish came through with this text message. He acknowledged that, yep, I know about you, kid. Be aware. I love this. I love this. I really love this. Okay, we still have a lot of time. And I was like just just free roaming here a little bit. Oh, I just climbed up here. This is like a Voodoo Boy place. Thank you. I think we could like clear it out. Steel pipe. Iconic version. Oh, that's a downed drone. What else? So, I started the like, well, not cleaning out, but just didn't want to wanted them to like attack me when I was trying to find a higher place to take that picture and talk about the game. There are a few of them. Let's see. They are there that way. Let's take a peek. That's us. There's a relic chest beeping somewhere near. That's why I wanted to come in here. Good.
Bum bum be-dum bum bum be-dum.
Don't give me copyrighted music, please. That's Rihanna's Disturbia. Bam bam be-dum bam bam be-dum bam. I was in love with that song at one point. Bye. Okay, she's dead, right? Yes. Let's loot. Come on. Encrypted data. Let's try to crack this one. $55. Oh my god, I think I messed up. Yep. Can try again. Yes. Flight log. Start ping in terra cognita. Reducing altitude. 13 members of group. Scavengers. 5 head guns. 10 high caliber weapons, alarm signal sent, position located, altitude increased, discovered, EMP grenade. Okay. So that was for nothing, I guess. We will have a boss fight here, and I might get a trophy because this will be my third boss fight with these high criminal whatever groups. Where's that damn beeping crate? I think it will be that way down. Two guys that way. Let's bring him.
Bum bum be dum bum bum be dum.
I hear it from that way. Yes. Somewhere this way.
Bum bum be dum bum bum be dum bum.
There. Okay. Nice. Let's see. I need... this. And only 3 more points to find and spend, and that will be another trophy. Where is everyone?
Fun fact. According to traditional Christian doctrine, you are going to burn in hell.
Thank you. I knew that already. Big boss is that way, I think. that? Come on. Sneak Charmer. Charm that. Don't worry, it's not lethal. We'll see what Skippy can do. It's been a while since I used him. Encrypted data again. These are from the drones. Would boy modified drone increase scanning range, enhance cloaking capabilities. Sorry, sir. I wanna take everything. Local network. No! Marcus drop. Okay, whatever. The laughing you can hear in the background is from next door. There's like this abandoned mall thing, and there are some homeless people there, and one is obviously went like crazy and keeps laughing creepily when I go near that wall. Okay, peekaboo. Legendary stuff or iconic. Neurotoxin knife. I remember during my very first playthrough trying that out, and I liked the neurotoxin knife. Headshot damage. Poison. Your poison running through my veins. Have to love Alice Cooper. Let's try it out. Shall we? Also, he has a new outfit and look now. I call it the past surgery look, even if that didn't happen yet here. Okay, I see you guys. No. Damn. Ah, come on. You can't go in. Jeez. No, not what I wanted to do. Give me my knife back. Well, guess I messed up. Netrunner. Or... You think you can outrun my hacking? I don't think so. Well, just... No. Ah! There we go. No. I messed this up so bad. They're hacking me. Or whatever they are doing. Okay. Anyone else? Where are you? Still alive. Still alive. I think this is the boss. Just too fast for that. I should need cripple movement. But I hate to change these because I have them in the order I like them, and if I remove just one, then the whole... and I'm in the middle of combat and cannot do that. Anyways, but it messes up. Whoa! Trophy. Kill 3 bosses from the high-end criminal activity or whatever category. It's in Hungarian for me, the trophies. So something like that. Judgment Day is probably the title of the trophy in English. Okay. We finished them. No, I wanted to turn it off, but oh well. Okay. I think there's that. Okay. Let's quickly loot. And then I will say goodbye. Okay. Where's the boss lady? Oh, this is the X I saw a video about, I think. Okay. How many want? Going to need 12 more of your net wizards. Big event at the Black Sapphire. You will ensure or guess anonymity while in Dogtown. Hanson knows about the order. Honey, I'm Hanson's right hand and your sliders, and we are about to high five. Haha. Okay. Stop. 12 runners are going to cost you. Money is not a problem. The usual. Personal data protection, facial recog security, local subnet encryption, money transfer encryption. Need us to jam their biomon signs. Yeah, that too. Better warn them trauma won't come. They know what they are getting into. We will need the gear and running stations. Watch the sky and wait for your presence to fall from heaven. Okay. Let's check that X. Oh, this is the which gives an electric shock. But it takes a lot of time to get it back. Thanks for the legendary stuff, or iconic. So yeah, I really enjoyed this DLC, and I would have loved more, but it was still plenty. And I loved how the same could be said about the base game as well. I had so much time. I think I'm over 300 hours at this point. I think we can check that somewhere. The stats, there should be a stats. Stats. Or in the save game menu. Not that other. Yeah, that was my new ending, and that clocked in 201 hour 30 minutes. That's with the base game and my second playthrough with female V. I'm not really far with her yet, but yep. So you can like spend a lot of time in this game, and the DLC just added so much more. I love it. I'm sorry to see this ending, but just recently the news of a sequel was announced, which is awesome. I will be really curious to see if they stick with V or give more like room for a new character. I would love to see V, but of course then they would have to like choose an ending, a basic ending that on which they can build, and I don't know. Or they have to be really, really, really clever about it. We will see in a few years, I guess, because I think they will be like focusing more on the new Witcher stuff, Witcher 4, and the other Witcher projects. So it might take quite a while to get a Cyberpunk sequel, but I will be there for it. And I think with the mistakes they made with the launch of the game, the base game, now they will like really pay attention not to repeat that again, because the DLC was in a much better condition. Of course, there were like bugs, but they've been working hard on redeeming themselves, I think, in the last 3 years, and I think they managed to do so because now Cyberpunk 2077 runs like I think they originally intended. So kudos for that. And I'm really happy that they didn't give up on this game because this world and the game is just amazing. I really, really love it. It's like up there for me in the top five, I think. So yeah, Cyberpunk. Love it. We'll always love it. And we have 3 more minutes left, but I think I will end this video here, go around looting a little bit more, and then sometime we will see each other again. I will dive back in with my female V2, so it might be a while. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough with me once again, and also uh, thank you for listening to my critique or opinion on the game and DLC and the updates. And be good to yourself and others. Take care. Goodbye and peace.